When you collide with another vehicle, or indeed any sort of property that belongs to somebody else, in Virginia you're required to do one of two things. Either you need to stop and trade insurance information with that person, give them complete your contact information, your insurance information, or you need to get in contact with the state police within the next 24 hours. You can imagine that sometimes somebody might have an accident and they're frightened to stop in that place, or the other person is really angry and you don't want to stop and talk to them. In that case, you need to contact the state police and tell them what happened. If you don't do one of those two things, it's hit and run. A lot of people think it's just hitting another vehicle, but it could be hitting a fire hydrant or somebody's tree or whatever. If you drive off, don't give them your information, that's hit and run. I think anyone involved in a hit and run has got a pretty good idea that they've hit something, but it is possible that, I suppose, that you could scrape something, not realize that maybe you thought you hit the curb of the road and you've in fact hit a car. Obviously, if something like that happens, the best idea is to stop, get out, see what happens. But maybe you're not in a great neighborhood, maybe you didn't realize. So yeah, I think it is possible to have a hit and run and not realize it. The moment you realize it, though, contact the state police, let them know. That's going to keep you on the right side of the law. So there's two levels of hit and run. There's a misdemeanor hit and run and a felony hit and run. And the difference between them is just the value of the thing that you damaged. So you can go to jail on a hit and run, even a misdemeanor hit and run. A felony hit and run can carry up to 5 years in jail. Most people who are found guilty of a first offense hit and run are not going to go to jail. And so that typically isn't the concern. The bigger concern is being charged with a crime or charged with a felony. However, the most important way to avoid this is to simply stop and give your information to somebody else. Hit and runs are either misdemeanors or felonies in Virginia. To charge you on a hit and run that's a misdemeanor, that is a minor damage case, they have up to a year. But on a felony, there is no limit. They can come after you at any time once they've developed enough evidence to find you. When you come in for your initial strategy session for a hit and run, we're going to go over what the statutes are, what you're accused of, what might help you in a case, what might be a pitfall or an obstacle for you, what the possible results are. We're going to figure out what it is you want to have happen and then lay out a strategy for how to get there. When I'm your attorney, I'll be your only attorney. I'll be the person laying out your initial strategy in that initial strategy session. I'll appear at every single one of your court appearances, and that's really the advantage of hiring a small firm, hiring somebody like me.